Right.
We're on the battlefield where the unseen wars are real. Times. Stand up and never back down. Stand up and stand your ground.
All right.
Thank you for being so understanding when I was suffering, when my world burned like a fire. Thank you for loving me when I was alone. Yes, I was unteachable, what can I say? Was unreachable, unteachable, unreachable. But you love me anyway, love me
Ah.
anyway.
Uh-oh. Voila, no leak. Ha-ha. And it's fixed. Good deal. All right, all right. Yes, sir. All right. So I gotta share a testimony with y'all. This just happened. Actually, there's a couple that has happened in the last couple weeks. Some really amazing testimonies. So, well, let's see. We'll go with the latest one first. The last testimony that happened was, hold on a second. Let me get another tea bag here. So anyway, the last thing that happened that surprised me, even though it shouldn't have, because I mean I've got so many testimonies of how faith works and how I've been able to utilize my faith so many times. But there's just something about every single time a new miracle happens, I can never not be in shock and in awe. So, we've been having some extremely high winds. And if any of y'all have been following things lately, those winds have been causing lots of wildfires and tornadoes and just a lot of destruction. Well, I was laying in bed. These winds are just going berserk. And I still ain't sure what in the world was flapping on the roof of my bedroom. I have no clue. Of course, I haven't bothered to get up on the roof and look yet either. But that wind was so brutal that it was causing something up there to flap just horrendously. And it was like the wind itself was so brutal that the wind itself was banging against my bedroom. What am I doing? I forgot to measure that out. And I don't know, it was just, I kept falling asleep, and every 5 to 10, 15 minutes I was waking right back up from the winds waking me up, and this just went on and on and on. And I think it was finally about 2:20, 3:20 in the morning, something like that. And I tell you what, I had this righteous anger come over me. Oh, I was so mad. I was so cranky. And I started to pray, and I'm like, Lord, please. And I barely got those words out of my mouth when he reminded me of something. And I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I had really ever done this before, exercised the gift on this level before. But he reminded me of something. And there was such a need. So I was so upset. There was a great need for that wind to stop, because we all have to have our rest in order to function properly and be at our best and, be productive. So there was a real need for that wind to stop. So you definitely couldn't say I was asking amiss to consume upon my lust. You couldn't say I was doing that. But anyway, so he reminded me of something, of a right that I have as a believer. He told us that all the works that he did while he was here on earth, that shall we do also. But then he goes on to say, and even greater works than I, ye shall do. And the Lord reminded me. So the Lord reminded me. He says, "You know, you can talk. You can tell the winds what to do, right?" I'm like, "Huh?" And it kind of took me aback, and I'm like, "Eh." And I was like, and then I thought to myself, I could research this later. I know that what he's telling me is right, even though I don't really know the scriptures for it per se, or like off the top of my head or whatever. I know it's all right. I know I've read it before. I just don't know like if there's a certain way to do things, or a proper way or whatever. But I was past caring. I was so mad that I kept being woke up. And I was so groggy, I was past caring. And I just said, "Winds, I tell you, stop blowing right now in the mighty name of Jesus Christ." Instantly, the wind stopped blowing. It was maybe about 3.5, 4 minutes later, I'm laying there just like, "Yeah, right. Sure." And the wind started to pick back up one time. And I just, in a hostile manner, like a righteous hostility, I just said, "I told you to stop blowing in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. And I ain't going to tell you again." I'm not kidding y'all one bit. Never heard another peep out of that wind. Not one. That of itself told me the authority that the Word tells us that we have, if only we will utilize that gift of faith that He has given to us. Definitely not looking professional at all, that's for sure. But hey, it is what it is. In the morning. Phew. Guess I'll go try to lay back down again. Oh, wow, I've been on this. I've been talking for almost an hour and a half. Wow. Good morning, friends. Holy kisses.